Good morning. I just want to put out a couple of videos this morning to give you an idea of what stage I am on right now with beginning hornworm breeding season. So I purchased these. They were very tiny. And I purchased these in order to get my breeding season going. So I typically will order like 24, 25 of them from any hornworm breeder that I trust. And then as I'm using some of them to feed my tropical frogs, as you can see right here, they're still sleeping. They're sound asleep. Anyway, then what I do is wait until some of them get really big and ready to start burrowing, and that is my clue. And plus there's a couple of other signs. They'll get a line down their back. You don't want to put them in substrate too early, but some people just toss them anywhere. But what I do is pick my warmest, safest enclosure if you have extra enclosures, and I will let them form their chrysalis in there. So they cocoon up under the substrate, and I can usually tell when they're ready. They start roaming around. This is what I keep them in. This is a pretty big size, hefty, with a screened in top for them to get plenty of air, but not too much air. You want it to be a little bit warm, a little slightly humid. You don't want it to get too humid. And I'll go over enclosures. I'm all over the place on hornworm breeding because you have to grab these moments in stages. It's not something that I am comfortable just editing for 17 hours. I just want to capture the moment, show it to you, and say this is what I'm doing. So bear with me. But anyway, they're still sleeping. They just ate, and they're like a group of teenagers, honestly. That's kind of how they do behave. It's really funny. So today, I wanted to give you an idea of two of them that are starting to roam. And when I say roam, they're not just looking for food. They're getting to the size. They're pretty good sized right now. Let me give you an idea. Okay. But he or she doesn't have the line down their back. That's eventually going to be their spinal area when they become Manduka. I think it's a spine. But anyway, when that starts to develop, then, and you see them darken and you see them roaming, they'll roam the perimeter. That means they're looking for a place to bury themselves. And that's when I'll grab them and put them into a much better situation. So it's kind of fun watching them go from stage to stage. But for now, this little guy's, I think he's looking for food. They're either roaming because they're looking for food, or they're roaming. He's too little. He's too little yet. You can really tell after a while when you do a few rounds of these which ones are getting ready. You can almost just kind of look at them. And you can tell by the size. Some of them change color. They get, like I said, all of them will get a darkness down their back. Okay, right here's a good example. You can start to see a darkness down the back. So that means that they're starting to gear up to become a Manduka moth. And that, again, is a whole other topic because they're all different. Some take longer, some take no time at all, but you're looking at a few weeks. So, and then they'll just surprise you one morning and you'll see this beautiful Manduka moth, pretty large, drying its wings. It takes a good day for it to dry its wings, so you don't want to touch it. Anyway, I just want to say good morning. Today we are going to, meaning mostly me, but having a little help. I'm going to redo this today. My previous video captured me it was just me getting some supplies from Lowe's, some basic stuff. And And so today I'm disassembling this. This is 4 feet by 2 feet. This is for when they need to fly and breed. Now some people have something smaller, and mine is hidden behind this, and it's just a netting kind of a butterfly thing, and you know, it's about 2.5 feet tall. You can use those too. If you know, not everyone goes out and gets this elaborate of a setup, but you can get creative with your own setup. That's what I really want to get that point across. I'm showing you the basics, but you can do your own thing and save money and do it in your own way with some trial and error and some mistakes. You can get your own setup going. It's not that difficult. They just need to be able to spread their wings and fly a little bit, but that's something you can come up with. So I'll help you with that as well. I try to answer questions at least once a week, so if you have anything really, really serious and fast you need, just keep putting the question in there, and I will check it. I promise. I'm doing better at getting back to people. Okay, so I just wanted to show you a quick video this morning of this is of my units. This is the small one that is all glass, and basically I had 2 mandukas that arrived early. They emerged, and the dates that the first one came up out of the substrate and was a little bit too soon for the second one that came up about 5 days later. So they were kind of incompatible. I did have a male, I did have a female, and it would have been perfect, but the first one came up too soon, and so they were just incompatible. One was getting too old for the situation, and the other one was just too strong and young, so it wasn't going to work. But that happens all the time. Okay, this is Mittens. Mittens is my veiled chameleon. You got to see him. He's adorable. They say veiled chameleons do not like to climb on you or be touched, and I don't care what anybody says. This gentleman here rides on me every morning almost, and sits on my shoulder every morning, and he's just very, very outgoing. One of these days I'm going to go over another way to build your own water pump, which I did, and it's worked out great. So again, you can save money. There's no reason to spend $50 on a contraption that you can do much better on your own. Those are actually fake banana leaves that I ordered on Amazon, and they work perfectly for the flow of water, because as you know, veiled chameleons will not drink if they don't have a flow of water. What you're looking at down there is a simple colander. I mean, you can, it's the one with the handle. You can strain pasta through it. I put a hole in it. I've got a motor down there. Those are all the silicone steel straws that you see in every grocery store. Those are how I keep the water fairly clean, and then they drape over, they hook onto them to each other. So it's just about getting creative. I'll do a video on that one too. Okay, well, I just wanted to do a quick video, which ended up being an 8-minute video or a 9-minute video, but wanted to let you know that I'm coming along. Breeding season has begun, and stay tuned. Please hit the thumbs up button, and subscribe if you want some more of this. It's going to be a fun season. I can't wait, and I want you to have a great day. Remember, God is great. I'll talk to you soon.